We are continuing to hold America back with all of our might, but it could be time to talk about one of the more unfortunate aspects of this wide open start, air quotes, that we've had. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Civilization 6 in Series 2 of our Controlled Chaos Metaseries, King of Kings. So, I've been saying from the very beginning of the game, man, look at all this territory. Look at all this space that I have. Look at all the, spots for good cities that I just seem to have to myself with no pressure on all sides. I've got this entire top half of the continent pretty much, which is really cool. And I've tried to take advantage of it, despite the fact that Abraham Lincoln has done everything in his power to stop me. Notice what's missing from a lot of this territory? With the exception of, like, here and here. Mountains. And I might be able to get a city down here soonish. Now that we have a COD at war with us, that's kind of annoying. But because we don't have a lot of mountains in this territory, we have some mountains up here as well in Ray, and we are building a campus to take advantage of that. Let's actually see if we can do production focus and help there a little bit. Can we? Maybe? It might be that we can just send a builder up that direction. Let's let growth focus continue to take care of that for us. But yeah, because we don't have a lot of mountains in the area, unfortunately, one of the things that's happened, we have this builder going up to build that Nader, which is going to help with production. One of the things that's happened is we're just not doing particularly well in science per turn. Now, we're catching up to America, which is what we want to do. But we could be doing a lot better if we actually had good campus district spots. Now, part of that is on me, because if I had really noticed that discrepancy earlier, which is something I can sort of file away in my Rolodex, so to speak, as I date myself, now I can file that away just in a series of notes that I take in my mind as I play through this meta series. And as we continue to sort of refresh not only my memory, but your memory, and talk about different types of tactics. Like, I definitely could have looked for that as a particular weakness. Like, I could have noticed, oh, don't have any mountains, but there are mountains over here. Need to get a city over here ASAP. So I'm probably a little bit late to that realization, and that could cost me at this difficulty level. But I'm still going to do my best to hold America in its current place. We're going to go for astronomy here for our science choice. And then let's see what we can do building-wise. It looks like we have the opportunity to do some more paradisas. I'm actually going to build a farm here so that we can get the food bonus from having, 3 farms adjacent. I think that they might have to be in a triangle. We'll see. Colossus has been built by an unmet player. Oh, good. The city-state withdrew their field cannon. I was kind of annoyed about that. All right, so I could totally gank any of these city-states right now. Ooh. If I took a COD, which I could right now, melee and anti-cavalry units attacks do full damage to the city's walls. What? Give me that. First of all, we're going to get era score for taking that from Abe. Okay, we've discovered a hero. That's one thing. I have to be honest. I have not, on account of how long it takes to train these heroes, which is something that's been a little bit off-putting, I haven't really... They're like wonders. And I haven't really had any interest in doing a lot with them. Now, unfortunately, we do have this situation in Charleston that I'm going to have to continue to manage. And I don't know that there's an easy way to deal with it now. The new city over here might help, but I'm not convinced that it will. So it's possible that some policy-related changes in a couple of turns could be the solution. But this rebellion's going to happen in 11 turns. New Orleans is not going to grow for another little while. Hang on, let's see. Are you still on food focus? Yes, you are. Charleston. See, Charleston is on food focus, but because we have such a bad loyalty situation there... oh, wow. Holy crap. I've really got to fix a lot of stuff over here. You know what? I've got this builder going up to help with that. I need you to go fix... This is part of the problem. Like, if those tiles were not pillaged, we could be producing more food there right now. So I'm going to send this builder here first, because this could help with Charleston. And it doesn't cost charges in order to repair things. So we're going to repair all of these. And we had a drought come through, and somehow drought makes things burn in Civ 6. Don't ask questions, okay? That's just the way it is. Just the way it is. All right, let's put that builder there. You know, I could also use this builder to go up. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Let's just send this builder there, and we can do more in the future. All right, so we took Akkad, and now, funny enough, I mean, I could levy their military. I need 715 gold, though. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Just kidding. That's not something I want to do. Okay, so how are we doing on air? All right, 13 to 27 turns. This game has flown by. And it's not that it's over, but we're at turn 140. We haven't hit 10 episodes yet. What the heck? All right, we're no longer suzerain of the Bologna city-state, Colossus. Forest regrown, can purchase with faith. You can purchase a guru, that's nice, I guess. Yeah, see, well now it's showing 16 turns. Why 16? What changed? Maybe they trained a settler and there's less loyalty pressure. That's probably what it is. I'll take it though. I'll take it. You know, if you want to make that mistake, by all means, make that mistake. I'm okay with it. All right, so we did lose a bombard in the last episode, but at the same time, I need to make sure that I'm continuing to keep all of my cities safe from war weariness. We do have war weariness affecting us. It's not as bad as it is for Abraham right now. His military is regrowing, by the way. Notice that. So that's nice and fun. Love that. Love everything about it. It's great. It's great. It's fine. Everything is fine. Can you hear in my voice how fine everything is? Everything is completely fine. I'm going to upgrade you to a musketman because hell yes. Oh, that's going to be handy. And yeah, we've got some other upgrades we're going to be able to do soonish. We may actually be able to do some attacking. We might be able to push forward again. We haven't been thinking... Oh, hello, Cincinnati. Interesting. He settled a city over there. Who's in control of Cardiff? He is. Alright, so I can't do anything with that apostle right now. One thing I would definitely like to do, though, I need to build a shrine before I can actually train a missionary, but I'm going to get a missionary and send it over to Mashhad. I mean, another thing I could do is I could improve my religion. I haven't even done that yet, thanks to this massive distraction. This feels so much like In Denial with his surprise war coming in. Did he just take Granada back? Or... Oh.
Astronomy is much more fun when you're not an astronomer.
Did we just meet Granada?
Having seen a non-market economy, I suddenly understood much better what I liked about a market economy.
Okay, we'll change policies in a second, but I need to figure out what just happened. Did we just meet Granada? I mean, I wasn't looking earlier. The one I was focusing on was clearly Akkad, but I don't have much recollection of even dealing with Granada. All right, so this line infantry is approaching Pasargadae now. That's kind of annoying, because we don't have walls in this city. So I might have to send some defenses back. Let me do that. Just a couple of units. I want to make sure we maintain some measure of defense here. All right, 15 turns is now the current timer, which, I mean, I'll take it. I don't know why it's changing. It's hard to pinpoint why that is dilating the way that it is. But I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm still probably building this caravel in Zranka. I honestly wish it would build faster, because that's going to be one of the main sources of era score for me. Oh my god, did Magnus just get... Alright, Magnus just got taken out. Special session of the World Congress. Don't get to vote. It's not related to me. Religious emergency passed. Okay, so it looks like... I'm not involved in it, but it looks like... Oh my god, are we in Countdown? We're in Countdown! What the hell, man? Yeah, see, this is going to be our third Dark Age in a row. Even for Emperor difficulty, this is rare for me. So it's difficult for me to pinpoint exactly why that's happened. I think we haven't been able to build many awesome districts because there haven't been good places to build campuses, for example. We haven't been building wonders because we're on Emperor difficulty. Why would we build wonders? We have to focus on actually building things that help. All right, let's go ahead and repair some of this stuff. Hang on, I might be able to do some trading now. Yeah. Not interested in a residence embassy. Okay. A resident embassy. No, I'm not... Okay, so apparently he already has incense. He's probably already trading with me for it. So... Wow, not even Russia wants to trade. So I guess I'm already like exporting incense to both of them, and that's fine. All right, so this kind of sucks. The caravel's not going to be done for 7 more turns. I'm in Countdown already. So, I mean, I don't think I'm going to get Hindsight Draconis as an option next time. I'll still get era score for discovering other continents, but I won't get bonuses. So we've had 2 eras in a row where Hindsight Draconis has not worked out for me. So that's another strategic note. Like, don't pick that if you don't already have caravels. Don't just assume you're going to be able to get ships built in time, because you're clearly not. That's not just a note for me, it's a note for you too. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I don't want a missionary for a religion that's not mine. That makes no sense whatsoever. Alright, Hagmatana is now able to train... Yeah, I need to build a temple in Hagmatana, but I can train a missionary here. And I need to. So we're going to start getting our religion reinstated in our capital. Okay, it looks like they are finally thinking about... Hang on, let's move you forward a little bit. How are we doing on the rebellion timer? 14 turns? Great. Love it. Let's promote you to a musketman. There we go. I have this trebuchet I still need to upgrade as well. Wow. Wow. By the way, I'm going to have to cap this episode pretty hard at about the 30-minute mark, maybe even a little bit less, just on account of scheduling. I started a little bit behind schedule today. Right now, the channel's only running 2 series, which I'm really excited about because it's going to enable me to get ahead of schedule quickly, and the episodes will be on time, and I can run my schedule more the way that I mean to. Not to go too meta at the moment, but like talking about... Not to talk about like things that are too channel specific or not series specific, but believe me, when I have multiple series going at a time and then the backlog disappears for one reason or another, like getting it rebuilt without skipping days, which is part of the reason I've started building in day skips every week just as part of the schedule, getting it rebuilt is really challenging. So now that I'm down to 2 series, it's going to be particularly easy. Okay, so now I've got this cavalry unit up here ready to help defend. Now, I was sending an archer up this way, wasn't I? Okay, so I'm gonna get this crossbowman over here. I don't know. Weird. All right, I'll figure that out later. Let's go ahead and put you back on alert. Yeah, I don't want to do anything with you. You just stay put and go to the next turn. Ooh, interesting. They withdrew. Abe is nervous. He knows I've annihilated him up to this point. But that doesn't mean that's going to keep happening, you know? Got to be very careful with this. Yeah, let's get the archer on the road. And then, or the crossbowman, I guess I should say, on the road. Wow, the Corsair is not going to do well against the line infantry. That's good to know. Oh my god, there's a pike and shot army. Not just a corps, but an army over there. What the heck? Okay, so I've got the city of Sparta built. That's a little bit insulting, but okay. Given what happened in denial. I'll overlook it. Let's repair this. I still think I've got a pretty reasonable chance with this series, but as I've said, it is time to start reflecting on things that could have gone better. Like, we didn't get a lot of mountains, you know, to begin with, which is bad. And I definitely should have focused on more accessible era score bonuses. Like, you kind of need to go for the path of least resistance in some ways with era score. You don't need to go with, like, what's going to give you the most points. It's like, what are you actually going to be able to get in terms of points? Somebody stole rifling. All right, so Victor is still in Charleston. See, what's amazing is that I'm assuming it's America spying on Mashhad. Because, like, why wouldn't it be? But he could be removing Victor from Charleston, but he's not. It's so strange. Okay, let's go ahead and get this archer in there. Or crossbowman, rather. We'll send that crossbowman up there. Need to keep an eye on that unit there. Man, this is nuts. All right, so I could do an encampment district here, and that's not a bad idea. It'll help with production. I think the thing I'm most surprised by right now is how fast this has gone by. I've almost always done quick speed on the channel because I've found that it kind of just results in the best cadence for me, gameplay-wise. Series are about 20, 25 episodes long, but we're not even at episode 10, and it's so interesting to me that we've gone so quickly through this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and start trying to convert this city. The temple will be done in one turn, and I might be able to get an apostle built soon-ish. Okay, there's some more niter and some more production for me. Let's go ahead and switch. No, you need to stay on growth focus, I would say. Can I reinstate Magnus yet? No, 2 more turns. So, yeah, that army is going to annihilate me as soon as they get a little closer. That's upsetting that they already have that, because there's not a lot I can do about it. Let's see what happens. I'm assuming he's going to advance with it. No, he's just defending his borders. He heard me. He heard what I said about... he heard it. About potentially advancing. He's like, no, you're not going to do that. You think you're going to do it, but you're not going to do it. That's out of the question. All right, so just to help this city grow a little bit more. We're going to do a farm there. Okay, we're going to continue moving this crossbowman back up to Pasargadae. There is a line infantry somewhere in here that I've lost sight of. Mashad is reconverting. That's good to see. We don't quite have an apostle yet. Once we do, that'll be a game changer. 7 turns left. How are we doing on that Caravel? Let me guess. Bologna. Okay, this is interesting. If we take it, it's not necessarily going to help us at all. He's going to give me a ton of gold. He's going to give me a lot of gold per turn. He's going to cede the 2 cities that he lost. And we could really focus on not fighting for a bit, not losing any units. But I feel like... I don't know. I feel like I need to not be intimidated. I'm going to refuse the deal. Because I think as scary as it is to see... You want to give me 4 gold per turn? Really? Sure. I'll even throw in... Are you serious? You see what I just did? Civ 6's trade AI, even though the game is complete, like... Watch this. You see what I'm doing? I'm adding something to my side of the deal that should make it sweeter for him. And he's like, no, I don't want that. It's open borders, dude. It gives you more intel on me. Okay. That's so interesting. Yeah, as much as I'm seeing that, you know, he's got these armies and it's scary and I need to be really careful. At the same time, I am managing... Let's take a look at Mashad. How we doing here? Amenities from war... Actually, we don't have any war weariness in Mashad. What about Pasargadae? All right, there is -8 in Charleston and -6 in New Orleans. So that's interesting. So maybe that would help me hold on to that city and keep it from rebelling. That's a distinct possibility. Now Hagmatana should be able to train. Big moment here. That's an apostle. Are you flippin' serious? You brought an Eastern Orthodox apostle up right at that moment? That's kind of rude, Russia. Why would you like choose right on camera too? Did you notice that?
And whatsoever is contrary to reason is absurd.
Okay. New policies. Anything to help with loyalty. Anything at all. Or science, for that matter. +1 amenity to all cities with at least 2 specialty districts. Yeah, see, we're not even getting a bonus from rationalism right now. Because that actually doesn't make a lot of sense. Why would we not be getting anything from rationalism? I feel like the mod might not be working correctly. Because I'm not seeing data on these. Or no, it maybe 50% plus if city population is 15 or higher, 50% plus if district has at least 4 adjacency bonus. That's why. Yeah, we just don't have nice campuses. So that would normally take nice campuses and make them better, but right now we can't really do that. That's a shame. Okay, so I'm going to go for triangular trade. I feel like I'm not doing as good of a job this series leading into... Persia's bonuses are harder to lean into than Age of Steam Victoria's were. And admittedly, the very first series that we went with there was one that Like, Age of Steam Victoria is an OP Civ. Like, it's ridiculous what she's capable of. So this one might not go as well. But we're going to stay on Emperor difficulty. I think there were mistakes were made that we could avoid making next time, and there were things that kind of RNG rolled against us this series. I'm not writing this series off yet. I think we still have a chance. But this is getting tough. Okay, I'm going to go for nationalism so that we can start working towards course. Choose a belief. I'm going to go ahead and say scripture. How we doing here? 5 turns? All right, so that crossbowman is almost in place. I wish I could delete this courser, but I'm not part of the religious emergency against that. I don't know why I didn't get that privilege. That's kind of frustrating, to tell you the truth, that I didn't get to vote in the religious emergency. He's actively converting my capital. He's been working against me from the beginning. All right, let's get another musketman there. Yeah, I've already promoted the apostle. City losing loyalty. Yes, I'm well aware of it, game. Rebellion in 8 turns. But Bactri is going to grow in 2 turns. That could help. Maybe. We'll have to see. Next turn. Oh my god. I'm just getting converted by everybody. Listen, game, I'm doing the best I can. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to interrupt you, Sean. It's just... Let's see. Siege tactics. Yep, Renaissance walls. Or the Forbidden City, maybe. Yeah, hindsight being 2020, I think the biggest weakness of this start is this is just a very flat start, and I should have tried to get a city down here near these mountains as soon as possible. So that's a note that I'm going to keep to myself. Also, this campus is taking its sweet frickin' time. Can we just acknowledge that? We queued that up like 10 episodes ago. Not that long, but you know what I mean. All right, Bactri's going to grow. Let's go ahead, go to the next turn. Okay, so Abe is once again offering a pretty sweet peace deal. He's going to give me some great works. He's going to give me a solid chunk of gold per turn for a while. This could be a really consequential decision. And it's going to be a decision for the end of the episode here. I either make peace with him and risk, his science and cultural progress just absolutely running away. But I also would have no more war weariness in Charleston and in New Orleans. And that would enable me potentially to hold those cities. And I could focus on improving my science and culture per turn as much as possible because I wouldn't have to worry about fighting anymore for the next little while. And I might even be able to get, because we've had so many Dark Ages in a row, that's been ugly. And that's, I don't know, I need to play more Civ. I did play a lot while the channel was offline, but I need to play more at this level before I make too definitive a statement about this. But I get the sense that, as I've said, one thing I really wish Civilization did is that I wish the time would dilate when you're in a war. Because when you're fighting and you're moving these pieces around like pieces on a chessboard and you're trying to win battles, and at the same time, hundreds or thousands of years are going by, it's like those two things don't go together very well all the time. And this game has been kind of a showcase of that. It doesn't always happen. But it would be nice if, when you're in a war, you could do like multiple moves with your military per turn, and you would go back and forth with the civilization you're at war with and take like 4 micro turns or 5 micro turns, whatever, in order to, get combat done faster. That would be interesting. Maybe a note for Civ 7. You know what? Just to mix things up, I'm going to take his offer. Peace with Abraham. Charleston is still showing it's going to rebel soon, but I think that could change as soon as the turn starts here. The crew of the caravel from Persia invent the sailor's yarn after their first sea voyage. All right, well, let's send them straight that way and see what we can discover in 3 turns. I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode here. In the next one, we are going to see about... Yeah, Charleston is now showing 4 turns until it rebels. Bactri is going... So yeah, this is a tough one. I might maybe be able to put in some loyalty policies that help me with this. When am I unlocking? 6 turns. I'm going to have to. So let's go ahead and do this before I end the episode. Unlock. I hate to do that. That's spending the gold that he gave me on something kind of frivolous. Now, I think I can change governments, and I'm going to do that. Let's go for Merchant Republic. I like the idea of having more science per turn. We're just not really able to benefit from that card a whole heck of a lot right now. All right, so Dark Age bonuses. Domestic routes provide +2 food, +2 production. Letters of Marque. I wish I would have looked at the Dark Age policies for this Dark Age, because that one would have actually helped. All right, so let's get that loyalty policy in place. And now, this last policy is pretty consequential. Industrial zone adjacency bonuses. That could be handy, just extra production in general. Let's confirm that. Rebellion in 4 turns. Yeah. I've got everything in place to try and keep Charleston, and it's not going to be enough. So we can maybe try and fight for it once it becomes a free city and take it back, but then it'll be even harder to hold because it will shrink more and more. So what we're pretty much going to have to do is, now that we have peace, we'll have to settle a city like here and use that to assert loyalty pressure and regain Charleston later in the game, if that even happens. If we maintain like an enemy status with Abraham, yeah, that's not going to work out in our favor. Because I think he is just going to send giant death robots. I'm going to die on account of there not being any mountains in the area. So that's the way things are looking right now, but we still have the possibility. Because we've had so many Dark Ages in a row, what's going to happen is the game's going to make it easier and easier and easier for me to get Normal Ages and Golden Ages. That, honestly, like the 3 Dark Ages in a row is kind of surprising, but at the same time, I haven't accomplished that much, going back to what I said about needing to pick a good era score bonus. So lots of lessons learned in the last couple of episodes, especially about Emperor level play, but also about just like bad RNG starts. And I did some chopping around Charleston to generate some production, so it's not like I haven't taken advantage of these woods. But like, look at this. It's not growing, it's not building. It's one of the things about loyalty pressure that really sucks. It's like, if this city would just grow a little bit more, then it would be fine. If it would build a little bit more, then it would be fine. But it's ground to a halt on account of the loyalty pressure stuff. I might look into a mod about that, because that seems a little bit ridiculous to me. Like, that's one of the main ways that you can head off a loyalty issue, but once loyalty drops below a certain amount, which can happen very quickly, as we've seen, then all of a sudden your ability to build quickly just gets annihilated. So that's been an unfortunate side effect as well. War weariness is gone, though, which is nice. Or at least I assume it is. It should be gone immediately. Let's look. No, it's still there. Okay. I'm assuming that it returns to 0 over time. That might help somewhat. We'll have to see. Anyway, I'm going to stop this one here. I've gone 35 minutes, and I said I didn't have 35 minutes. Now I'm more behind schedule than I said I would be. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day but Monday at 11 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.